Rodney Hunt here for GoossenTutor.com here. We're Joe Goossen. Joe, John made great work today. You couldn't be prouder of him as a trainer.
No, actually, you're very right. I was very proud. But, listen, sometimes you can kind of figure out what's going to happen when you size up what your guy's doing in the gym, what type of sparring he's got, how he's doing. And then you watch tapes of the guy you're going to fight. Now, this guy had 30 victories. He only had 6 losses, and they were all to quality guys. He didn't lose to, guys with 14-14 records. He lost all top contenders. So experience, he's only lost 6 out of 30, 17 knockouts. So we knew we had a tough guy in front of us. Now, when I just, we looked at the tape of the kid and his last couple of fights, and we all saw what we thought were some gaping holes in his defense. And I told John, I said, if we jump on him quick, he's a veteran, so those type of guys like to start out and pick and poke. You move around with him at the same pace. I said, let's go a different route with this. Let's go at our pace on this and overwhelm him with our pace. And I said, if we do that, I think we can catch him early. I think, that we can take this guy out in 1 round because you hit so hard that before he gets used to your power or used to the fight or starts bringing his defense in tighter, let's catch him early. And I turned my back to it, but our plan was to go out there with a double jab right away, right hand. And I know John grazed him and backed him up off of it. It's kind of what started it. And then, of course, he hit him with that body shot and then left uppercut, and it was all over. And this guy was seriously hurt. Sometimes you hate to see a guy go down like that because the crowd thinks they're faking. He's not. John's knocked out plenty of guys with that body shot now. And it was a clean liver shot right on that rib cage. So this guy wasn't faking it. In fact, 2-3 minutes after the fight, when I tried to go over and congratulate him, he was still breathing, laboring, and breathing very heavily. So those are devastating shots, and I don't think the average person knows exactly how that feels. It's really worse than getting hit in the face, to tell you the truth. But aside from that, yes, that's it's kind of what we planned. Now, do you ever think you're going to walk away with a 1-round knockout just because you say it can happen? No, but we figured we had a good chance of this if he goes out there and capitalizes on what we talked about it throughout the gym.
So much for taking your time picking your spots. That spot was right there. Go in, attack, and be persistent.
It's like I've given instructions to most of my fighters over there. I go, look, especially when you're in championship fights and you're going against other contenders, you cannot rush out there hastily unless that is absolutely your style, and I would tell them, I say, look, don't rush yourself in the first, we got 12 rounds here. Don't rush yourself. I want you to win the round, but don't rush yourself. And more importantly, if you do see something early, take it. Not that we're going out there to take, but if you see something early, we're going out there to, work our way into this fight. So that's pretty much what John did. He saw the opening and took it without waiting to the next round or maybe the next round. And who knows what can happen in between those, during those next few rounds. You get a headbutt, a cut, hurt your hand. So I like to get him over with when I can, Rod.
John's on a fast track to being exactly what he wants to be. I mean, he's listening, he's training hard. I mean, I've seen him at the gym every day, all the time training. He doesn't take a lot of BS in between. Like he said, is only going to last 2 seconds on another point. No pun intended, 2 seconds lasting. But he's doing what he has to do to be a dedicated athlete.
See, for that to happen, though, Rod, for him to be able to go out there and do and execute, okay, here's what maybe misses what the general public might miss, even though they get a bird's eye view with the HBL 24/7. Now they can see more what the fighters do. But we're putting in 30, 35 rounds on the floor 6 days a week. He's running 4, 5, 6 miles 6 days a week. He's going through an hour worth of hardcore calisthenics every day, from the tip of his toes to the top of his head. This is an excruciating, that only kids can do. Only kids in their 20s can do this stuff, okay, or younger. And that's why it is a kid sport. I mean, they're men, but, we're men too, but those are kids to us, right? And the bottom line is the way he works, that can happen out there in 1 round. If you don't work like he works, those things, what they call luck, or that was a lucky shot, luck, like Gary Player said, is the residual of hard work. So you get lucky when you work hard, but that was a plan. That was not so much luck as it was. That was pre-planned with a lot of hard work, a lot of sparring, a lot of running, a lot of heavy bag work, a lot of everything in the gym. So he lives the life. And I got to tell you, it's one of the hardest things for guys in their 20s to do at this game here. There's no going out drinking. There's no going out smoking. There's no girls. If you really want this, it's a short period of time. You got a short window. But if you really pour into it what he does, which is incredible, he's a rarity, because this is what really makes the fighter. You can have all the talent in the world. If you don't work hard, you ain't going to stay. and maybe never get there. So this is why I'm so excited about John. He was raised well. That's number one. You got to be raised well. And if you ain't raised well, you better figure it out on your own real quick. So, he's got a lot of things going for him, including exceptional power. And I don't use that word exceptional too often. It's exceptional power, especially for his weight. So everything I see in here just points me to the same conclusion I've had with other guys that I've gone this route with. Champion. You don't throw those words around lightly, but you can when you know what all the hallmarks are, what all the earmarks, what all the signs are, and he's got them all. And unless somehow he just decides to chuck it over a cliff one day, he's going to make it to the top and then some.